Okay. Um, okay, so welcome everyone to our live webinar. Before I start, I just want to give a land acknowledgement. So the stop is located on the territory of the Wendat and Petun First Nations, the Haudenosaunee, the Seneca, the Mississaugas of the Credit River. Given the historic context of the land on which the stop resides, it's imperative that we draw attention to the devastating impacts that decades of colonization have imposed upon Indigenous peoples. We stand in solidarity with Indigenous peoples and other racialized communities that are seeking to reclaim their identities, health, land, and community resources. So, what we will be discussing today in honor of International Women's Day is how women are creatively leading philanthropic initiatives at scale that empower communities to thrive, and how we as women can also give more sustainably in our own lives and instill values in the younger generation to encourage giving and make an impact in our own communities and in the world. So, with me today, we have Debbie Zinman, who is the co-founder of ECHOage. So, welcome, Debbie. I'm going to jump into introductions right now. So, we will each share a little bit about what we do. Okay. So, who are we? First of all, my name is Ogen, and I am the communications officer at the Stop Community Food Center. We are a non-profit organization in Toronto's West End that has worked for over 40 years to increase access to healthy food across the city. Now, at the stop, food is the entry point through which we provide holistic, community-powered support. So when people walk through our doors, usually for a meal or a food hamper, they often discover a much broader network of programs and resources that are designed to strengthen long-term stability and well-being. And so we like to categorize our work into three pillars. The first would be emergency food access. So this is where we provide immediate, dignified access to healthy food through our food bank services and our two drop-in meal locations, and also our good food market. Last year alone, we served 80,076 meals through our drop-ins and our programs, and we had 27,000 165 total visits across our food access programs. We also work with over 200 amazing dedicated volunteers that are supporting our community. And now the second pillar is our community building pillar. So we work alongside community members to respond to their evolving needs and build collective solutions to them. And these programs include our tax and ID clinic, a program for new and expectant parents, and also social connection activities like dominoes, karaoke, and shared gatherings that can help with issues such as social isolation. And the third pillar is our urban agriculture. So we grow food and skills together through our seedling giveaways, our microgreens program, and also our community gardens and the workshops that we provide. We also just sold out our Gardening 101 workshop, which is happening in April. So if you do want to be informed about these workshops, you can visit our website at thestop.org. We will be sharing updates to all these workshops there. We also have our weekly farmers markets in partnership with over 68 local vendors. So that's just a brief overview of the stop. And today we will be getting to know Debbie and the wonderful work that she's doing at ECHOage. So Debbie, could you share some information about yourself and what you do at ECHOage?
Oh, sure. I'd love to. First, I want to start by thanking Ogen for inviting me and for the wonderful partnership we have. So we are a small part of a very big, wonderful initiative that you are running at the Stop. And our role is to inspire children to get involved with the stop at a very young age. And we take it so seriously, and we really believe in what we're doing, which is that kids can do way more than adults think.
Mm,
And that's the kind of the kernel of truth that we work on, is that children can raise money for a cause they believe in. They can be so generous. And if we give them the tools as adults, then we will see amazing results. And that's exactly what happened at ECHOage. My partner, Allison Smith, and I built a platform for children to turn their birthday parties into a meaningful event where they choose a charity that they want to support, and they choose a gift that they'd love to get, like hockey skates or dance lessons or Lego or a bike or whatever. And they begin raising money for the stop and their gift. And this simple idea has grown and created thousands of little advocates for the stop and for other charities, and millions of dollars for charity. So I'm just honored to be here, and thank you everyone who joined. I'm looking forward to this webinar.
amazing. Thank you so much, Debbie, for that introduction. I guess to start off, I know that you started ECHOage with your co-founder, Allison, as you just mentioned. And I know that this was also due to a shared frustration that you both shared as parents yourself. So could you tell us a bit more about what those frustrations were that inspired you to start ECHOage together?
Absolutely. So that's a great place to start, which is, why do we do this? What happened was, we saw children at birthday parties before we launched ECHOage, and we saw the amount of waste that was being accumulated. And we watched really closely, and we saw that parents were going through this ritual of buying a plastic toy wrapped in packaged gift, wrapping it, putting a card, ribbons, taking it to the party and putting it, giving it to the other parent. And then there was this huge table of gifts, or somewhere there was a pile of gifts. And kids, we thought, weren't as interested in the gifts as they were in each other, in the other
Mm,
children at the party. And we thought, what if there was a way to eliminate all the gifts and streamline the process so that parents would find it easy, kids would find it meaningful, and it could be that kind of win-win-win where the environment gets a benefit, the charity gets a benefit, the children get the benefit, and then the parents get the relief of the convenience and knowing their child is connecting to a charity at such a young age. So
mm.
that was the initial idea. It happened at Allison's son's birthday party, where we just saw too many gifts and not enough meaning in the process.
And another thing that you also mentioned is that one of the main challenges for you was also to get your children to appreciate giving. So I wonder, like, since you founded ECHOage, did your children's perspective also about giving change?
Absolutely. I mean, that's the amazing thing about kids, is they're malleable. They're ready for inputs. And we thought, what if we told our kids, like even a child as young as 2, and we did this with our own kids, can understand that somebody might not have food. So we practiced with 2-year-olds and said, when you wake up in the morning and you see your parent go to the fridge, there's food in the fridge. Some people go to the fridge and open it, and there's no food in the fridge.
Mm,
So that's just an example of how you can distill a concept down to under 5 seconds, and then form a memory in a child's mind where they really, are surprised. We think kids know that there's people without homes or there's people without food, but they don't. We have to teach them. So then to say to that same child, you can help those kids who live in a house where there's no food, you can help them.
yeah.
And everybody on this webinar knows the child's going to say, yes, I want to help. So
Oh yeah.
that's the process. It's not that complicated.
Yes, and I think that's the best part about your platform as well, is like the fact that you solve many problems at once. It's like for the first part, you're simplifying birthday planning for parents, while also giving children the chance to receive the gifts that they truly also value. And at the same time, you are supporting charities like the Stop that, are working to help their own communities. So I guess my question to you is, like when you step back and you look at the ripple effect of parents, children, friends, and charities all contributing to something bigger on a local, national, and international level, what does that kind of shared ownership of giving mean to you?
I mean, people have told us over the years that there's actual data on this, that
Mm,
if a child is connected to giving, to caring, to understanding the needs of the community at a young age, they're more likely to become a compassionate, caring, generous, philanthropic adult. So
mm,
it's been studied by others. And when we heard the results, it's kind of obvious, but to hear it, and also the things around, giving a child too many gifts is
mm,
overwhelming. Giving a child too many choices is overwhelming. So this is a global, to answer your question, this is a global idea. It's a big idea. It has applications throughout the world. And the children didn't ask for 20 gifts. The parents think they have to go to the toy store and buy the gift, but really it creates some chaos because it's duplicate gifts. It's not knowing what to buy. It's
mm,
time spent going to find the gift. It's, the process just doesn't feel right for a 2-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 6-year-old, a 10-year-old. It just feels like there's a real opportunity in there to do
mm.
something great at your birthday instead of just receive like 20 gifts and rip them open and then what?
Yeah. Yeah. I love that perspective. And I think that this really ties in as well with leadership in your home. So, like, have you noticed that women's leadership at home shape the culture of giving for children and for other family members?
I would say yes. I mean, I don't like to exclude fathers because
Mm-hmm.
we received some emails from fathers and they said, you seem to think it's mothers that
Mm,
are leading this because I guess it's in our culture. It's two mothers who built it, and we often assume that the mother plans the birthday party.
mm-hmm.
But we've heard from fathers and they said, I'm the one who found ECHOage. I'm the one who thinks this is incredible, so I
I
don't want to
love that.
exclude fathers, but women spend a lot of time um, in the quiet moments with their children, giving them kernels of wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
And one of those is, some people that live even here in our community, in our city, they don't have what you have. Or, I was talking about a 2-year-old, but you could scale it up. So a 10-year-old can really get into a conversation about the needs of the community or the global needs of our world or the environmental needs or it goes on. The conversation should never end because there's always something the child can learn about how to open his or her or their mind
Yeah.
and then contribute.
Yeah. And this is it's on the line with this question also that I just came to mind as well. I know like the Stop is one of the many organizations that are featured on your platform. And so last time we spoke, you mentioned that you had actually started with 3 charities, and now you have partnered with over, I think, 150 charities. And I wonder how you've inspired parents to really celebrate their birthdays through your platform. and contribute, as you just mentioned?
That's a great question. I mean, basically, we screen our charities carefully. So it has to be a charity that a child can understand what they do.
Hmm.
And that's basically the important screen. And then that the parent, is going to want to connect the child to this charity. And there's another actually really cool piece of research that says that when a child connects to a charity at a young age, they stay with the charity.
Mm.
So this is huge for the stop. I mean, you guys are getting young advocates. Let's say a kid is 8, you know, in 8 years, they'll be 16 and they might still be volunteering at the stop or talking about the stop or,
Right.
so it's really exciting for us to see the value that we're providing to the charities
Mm.
and getting parents to understand how easy it is. That's the important thing. There's like
Mm.
an FAQ to answer your question more directly. There's an FAQ on our website. How do I get my kid to do an ECHOage party for her birthday if she's saying she wants tons of gifts? Like how do you guide the kid towards this instead of, you know, the old way, as we like to say?
Yeah.
So we give parents tips on how to say to the kid, you're going to get an amazing gift. You're going to get money and you're going to buy so if your thing is Lego or your thing is books or your thing is art or your thing is rollerblading, like it's, whatever your thing is, take the money and buy something that you really love, a hockey stick, whatever
Mm.
it is. And you got an amazing gift from your friends. And then you're also going to be able to remember for my 6th birthday, I got books from all my friends.
Yeah.
So it's nice. And then the impact of the charity, like when they choose the stop will thank them and make them know what they've done to help others. And I think that's the best part of Echo Age.
Yeah, and more than 30,000 children have actually given back to charity through your platform. So I really wonder, like, how do you see children's confidence or sense of purpose grow, like when they see the outcomes of their generosity rather than kind of just the act of giving itself? Have you had like some parents come up to you and give you feedback or on updates on how their child's life has also been impacted as well? Um, yeah.
Oh, definitely. Like those are my best days. I once heard of a kid who was in a forum, and all the children had to say something they did that was positive in the world. And a few of the kids said they had an Echo Age birthday party.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so they take it in. They take
Yeah.
it. Sometimes we think kids aren't listening. My son said to me, "Kids can do more than adults think." Like when he was really young, and that was kind of a little one of the kernels. But he also said a funny line. He said, no, he said, "Adults think kids are deaf." So what he was saying to me is adults are talking all the time and they think the kids can't hear or process what they're saying, but the kids are processing everything.
Yeah.
So it's such an opportunity. It's such an exciting opportunity when you have these little kids. Talk to them. It doesn't even take that much time, to really connect with the children. Tell them how powerful they are. Tell them there's tools at their disposal to start helping. It's exciting.
Yeah. And And now I want to touch a bit on amplification. I know that a big part of what we do at the Stop and something that is really important to me also as the communications officer is kind of the power of storytelling to raise funds for the Stop. And so, storytelling helps us inform educate, and really inspire our community. And it's also what allows us to really see and feel that the actions that they take, whether that's through volunteering or donating or really sharing our work on social media, that they have both immediate and long-term impacts on the community members that we support and also on the broader challenges that we're working to address together, especially with food insecurity. And I just wanted to add a bit of context around this because the latest Who's Hungry report, which is a report from the Daily Bread Food Bank, they actually found that in Canada, over 1 in 4 households experience food insecurity in 2024. And this crisis, it also roughly affects 1.8 million children. So it's particularly severe among like lone parent families, racialized and also indigenous households. So from our perspective, consistently sharing stories about the work that's happening on the ground and the people who are part of that, it really helps communities understand the role that they play in making a difference. So what I'm curious to know is like, how do you use storytelling to shift the narrative around birthday parties to see that their child celebration can also become an opportunity to give back and create a positive and sustainable impact for others?
I think that those numbers that you're citing are the reason we're all here right now.
Mm,
You, me, and all the guests. It's not okay with us that this is the reality. And one of the stories we tell the parents is that you were going to spend this money anyway. Like your kid's invited to a birthday, you're going to spend $20, $30, $40. I don't know, whatever
mm,
you want, whatever you usually spend, you're going to spend it anyway. So we are asking you to take that $20 and redirect it
yeah.
into this positive outcome. And normally it's 50-50. So half of the money. So if a parent gives $20, $10 goes to the stop, $10 goes to the child's gift. But it really adds up if you have 20 guests. And if people give more than that, especially because if they see the child is giving to a charity at the birthday, they might give more, right? All the parents
Mm,
get a tax receipt so they can benefit too. And telling the story of where the money's going is critical. Telling the kid with only $100, you're feeding this many kids or this many families. So that's what makes somebody care is the story.
yes. Yeah.
You know,
100%.
the story of the stop makes me care as an adult. Like
Hmm.
I care right away when you tell the story of the stop because it's so amazing to hear, you know?
Yeah. And there's actually also some research regarding Generation Alpha, like these are people that are born from 2010 to 2024. And what we're seeing is that this generation, they are really emerging as socially conscious, deeply concerned individuals who they care about sustainability, they care about social justice, they care about empathy. And to them, seeing peer-to-peer led initiatives is what drives them to give, especially now as the world is becoming more digitalized. They really care about seeing the direct impact of their own giving. So it's just interesting to kind of see how I feel it all starts from the root. And over time, we're becoming more and more aware of the importance of giving back. And I think that really drives all of us here at the stop as well, is to make sure that this is generational,
Mhm.
and we instill our values for years to come. So thank you for that answer. I guess my next question would be more so regarding this study that I came across recently. I noticed that This was a 2023 study by TD, Women in Philanthropy. What we saw there was that 65% of women, they support four charities or fewer. And they also provide medium-term support for a charity, often as a result of research. So, what I'd like to know is when it comes to choosing a charity to support through your platform, do families usually select one on their own, or does your platform also help educate and guide them toward a charity where their giving might be most aligned with the causes that they care about?
We like to give information. So many people are educated today by video. So every
Mm,
charity has a video that they can upload to our website because that's the way a lot of people want to consume information these days. There's
right.
photos. Like you could, in the case of the stop, if you saw the photos, you'd get a good sense right away what this is.
Yeah.
And then for parents who want to dig deeper, and there is a percentage of parents who want to dig deeper, they want to know exactly where the funds go. They want to know, they might want to know who works there. They might look at the
Mm,
about us. A lot of parents, I think, look at
yeah.
the vision, the values. Yeah, they do because like you said, it's meaningful. It means something. So
And
when
I think you do a great job on that, by the way, like showcasing all the stories and the wall. I know we talked about that in our last conversation, the birthday heroes, showcasing all the children that have given and what they got for their birthday and why they decided to support a certain charity. And we have a few stories also from children who supported the stop. So I love that you visually represent these stories too on your website.
Thank you.
Mhm.
We think that the children sh they are the hero. They are the heroes of the millions of dollars. I mean, the millions of dollars that have gone to charity through ECHOage birthday parties. It's micro giving. It's tiny amounts, right? It's
Mm,
little amounts. They all added up, and that's because of kids. That's because of kids. It's the parents might say, "Here's the tool," and the parents like us built the tool, but the kids are the ones doing it. So
yeah.
that's so cool. Yeah. I think featuring charities, I've heard people use our website to learn about charities. If
Mm,
they're asked to, learn about different charities, they can go to our website because we have a page, like a little page on each charity that's so clear because we want it, because it's catered to kids.
mm,
Um, Simple to read, easy, visually appealing. Yeah.
yeah. That's awesome that they come to your website as well for more information. I think it's important to be able to highlight information about the charities, the direct impact that your support creates as well. So that's what we strive to do at the stop as well, to make sure that we are consistently informing, consistently letting people know that just this little amount really makes a huge difference because we've been here for 40 years now. I've just been myself for 7 months, but you know, it's just been incredible being a part of this community. And I think it's when people come together to do good things for the community, it just pours through in a very beautiful way. So that's something that I really love about the stop. Um, as like those of us at the stop here, I feel it is our love for the cause and really a desire to make the world a better place that has allowed us to, even just recently in 2025, to reach more than the 27,000 community members that we've reached through our food bank alone. And I think it's also our desire to stand for a community that has enabled our tax clinic as well to complete more than 180 returns and bring over $200,000 in refunds and benefits back to our community members. And I feel it's also the reason why several volunteers return year after year. So I find that, our goal is always to create a safe space for our community members in order to build this trust and the relationships and the consistent measurable outcomes that our community members can rely on. And so I was also wondering, Debbie, I know since your platform turns birthday parties into opportunities for giving too, how do you think that families can make this type of generosity sustainable and recurring so that children learn that giving isn't per se just a one-off event, but something that can happen regularly and grow into a lifelong habit of generosity? And I know that you touched a little bit about that earlier, saying that children grow into um, they grow with their giving over the years. So I just wanted to know some more about that.
I think that is exactly what we're doing here is it's not a one time.
Mm,
It's an all time. It's every time you feel, you celebrate something like a milestone, if a graduation, a wedding, a birthday, a um anniversary.
mm,
There's so much love and joy in these events that we've created around our milestones that it seems so right to make giving, philanthropy, thinking outside yourself as part of that experience. I mean, it just seems like the perfect time. And also, I know a lot of us have heard anyone who's like, reading um, in the empowerment literature in the last few years, gratitude, like, or anyone who's involved in wellness in the last
mm.
10 years, gratitude is the big, right? It's one of the big
Oh
pillars.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
gratitude and what gratitude does for you, right? Gratitude
Mm,
makes you happier. Gratitude makes you calmer. Gratitude makes you healthier, wealthier. It's like
mm,
gratitude is everything. So here again, when you're grateful for what you have, you're giving at the same time. So these kids, they're grateful. Listen, they had a birthday. One parent said to us, um, you know what your present is? Is the birthday party. That's a present.
yeah.
The rest is going to charity because some parents choose 100% for charity. They don't want
Mm,
any toys. They don't want any plastic. They don't want any. So it's being grateful for, I had a birthday, number one. I had a
yeah.
party. Again, grateful. Now it's time for me to show my gratitude by my generosity, my awareness of the needs of others, the needs of my community. This is all part of gratitude. So I think the timing is right for this idea and for kids and parents to get involved.
Yeah. I really love what you said about gratitude. I think that's something that I feel sometimes in this line of work, there's so much of an outpouring, but sometimes we need to remember to be grateful for what we are doing, for the service that we are giving, in every way. There is no one service that is too small or too great. I find just as long as we're in gratitude, there can continuously be this flow. And I think that's it's important for us at the stop to get everyone to that point as well. That's
Mm,
why we're a holistic model. It's like though people come to us with, the challenges that they're dealing with, sometimes life happens and you need support. So it's like our goal is even come as you are and
mm,
let's unveil, let's help you deal with what the core challenges are so that you can get to that point of gratitude in your life as well,
mm.
so yeah, I really resonated with that. And I find also I wanted to ask you, as a co-founder yourself, how do you feel like building this platform has made you a more intentional giver? Like, what are some of how have you grown, I think, through this journey yourself?
You know what? I'm so grateful for the growth I've had. I mean, I have learned so much. I have been, up at night with my partner trying to make this thing work. It's technical, it's a platform, it's got so many moving parts. It's really challenged me to be able to believe in myself that I could run the ship. that I could, even to believe in kids, like the early days, like, are kids gonna do this? Are parents gonna do this? Are these charities gonna trust us? And the answer ended up being yes, but it took a tremendous amount of courage
Mm,
to get the first three charities on board to start, it's the a technical challenge to build a platform. Everyone knows that. So
mm,
I'm 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 grateful for the growth and in me, confidence and seeing we have all the data in real time. So the stop logs in and sees in real time the money coming in.
yeah.
So if I get down, if I get upset, if I feel frustrated, I can log in and see all the money going to charity from these kids and then back to gratitude, back to,
Yeah.
you refocus quickly.
Mm, hmm.
Yeah.
Um, I wonder also, um, I know you said getting the three charities was tough in the beginning. How were you able to, were there like some deliberate tactics or strategies that you used to grow into having more than 150 partners? I really wonder what you had to kind of do from your end that because you required courage to do that, right? So I wonder what were some of those strategies that you used to grow ECHOage?
I think, the big strategy is um, telling the charities that we're going to do it better than them. For example, a lot of charities have like a birthday party option.
Mm,
Not every charity, but a lot of charities, raise funds for us at your birthday.
right.
But we know about that because we did there that existed before EchoH. So if you said on your birthday party invitation, no gifts, okay? Let's say you just said no gifts. We have enough toys. We don't want plastic. No gifts. Some people brought gifts and some people didn't bring gifts. So this is very awkward. So then you end up coming to the party and seeing, I thought you said no gifts. Why are some people bringing? Because they didn't listen. And then
Mm,
other people put on the invitation, no gifts. Please make a donation to the stop. So then those parents had to call the stop or go on the stop's website and make the donation themselves. But it's not connected to the child.
yeah.
So it's disconnected, right?
Mm,
Because it's not integrated. So our sweet spot, the reason we are so proud of what we do is because we're so connected to our charities. When you give that $20 or $30, you're not bringing a gift because you did it. Like you gave the gift. They know, thank you so much. Eden got your contribution. Your money is going to help the stop and all the amazing programs they do. Your money is going to a new bike for Eden. It's like, okay, I did it. I feel I did something great for this kid. So I'm not going to the toy store to buy now a gift. Forget that.
hmm. Yeah. I love that integration. I think that's a great word for the day as well. I do want to ask you one final question before we move on to our Q&A. Debbie, looking ahead, what do you hope the future of EcoAge will look like and the kind of impact that you hope it will have on kids, families, and also the charities and communities that you support as well?
I mean, okay, so we named it Echo Age because we wanted a ripple effect. So
Mm,
echo is the child's voice, the child saying, I'm going to make the world a better place. I'm going to do it.
mm,
And that has a ripple effect. And the age is the time of the birthday.
hmm.
And so we just want everyone to do it. Like we want kids to say, this is the way I do my birthday. This is it. I'm raising money for the stop because they're
Mm,
amazing. The kids who chose the stop wrote on their hero on the, why they chose you. Some kids choose you because they live in your neighborhood and they know all about you. Some
mm,
kids chose the stop because they know that the food insecurity is rising steadily in the city and they're not okay with it.
mm,
And some kids chose you because they love the garden. It doesn't matter. just choose the stop. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
why.
Yeah. So it's generational.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
yeah, I love that. Great name.
Thank you.
Okay. So I see that we have a few questions already in the chat.
Great.
Um, okay, so the first question for you, Debbie, is do you find kids are gravitating towards experiences versus gifts?
Oh, great question. We want to actually open up our minds to this exact question is why does it have to be a gift? Why can't it be like going to Niagara Falls, like an
Mm,
experience? Like why can't it be doing those, the kids love those like I don't know all the names, but trampolining or skydiving, like indoor skydiving. Like the experiences are where I think the culture is moving. So, who asked the question? I want to just say, address the person by name. Is it
let's see. Mm. So this is Angela.
so? I would say to Angela, hi, Angela. I would say we have to open up that idea. That's on us to say, use your imagination. What do you want to do for your birthday? Like maybe they want to have a real experience and it's expensive to have an experience. And this is the perfect way to raise money for this experience. So I think that's where we're headed to answer the question.
Hmm. Okay. And now we have another question. How might our communities change if we taught children that generosity and caring for others are responsibilities, not just virtues?
Wow.
Hmm.
Okay, who asked the question? Is it
This would be Shay.
Shay? Hi Shay. Um, yeah, your question, as I hear it, is this is not an option. This is your responsibility as a human on planet Earth. Like you need to care. We all need to care. It's not like a choice. It's your responsibility to care about others. It's not just, oh, maybe I'll do this. Like, no, no, no. We all have a responsibility to take care of the planet, to take care of each other, to make sure everybody has enough food to eat, to make sure everybody has shelter. So we don't have that kind of language. But I think I like that idea that it's our responsibility. I think of it more as adults have the responsibility, but I haven't thought about kids having the responsibility. But I think that they do have a responsibility. And maybe Shay's question also says like maybe kids are more mature and capable than we realize.
Hmm.
Like maybe they do have a responsibility to take care of the world, not just,
Hmm.
I don't know, expectation. ECHOage is more of an invitation to do something. It's not, you have to do this.
Hmm.
Yeah. Although, yeah, I guess it's that this is your area again. This is communications.
Oh, yeah.
How do we communicate it? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And of course, the storytelling is the key there, and making it normal, making it's making this part of your mindset, you know? I think when something is normal in your world, in your mind, then it pours outwardly, whatever you believe. So I feel there's a lot of programming, and I think it oftentimes does start from the parents. It's what you see in your home is what reflects in you, and that awareness grows. So I feel in some way, if your parents show you that generosity and caring for other people is a responsibility, then that's what you carry along with you, and those are the values you end up showcasing out there. So yeah, that's what I would say as well to that question. We do have another question as well. Do you have any ideas outside of birthdays on how to guide children towards philanthropy?
Mm,
Mm,
great question. Yeah, I mean, myself and my partner Allison, we used books because books were a great way to open a child's mind to the needs of others.
mm,
Um, Depending on the age, I would say volunteer opportunities for sure.
mm,
Like you can, a lot of charities don't allow children to volunteer, right? Because of age restrictions.
mm.
Um, there are charities on ECHOage that will allow children to visit. So that's huge. It's not about like to answer the question, who, so I didn't see, oh, is this Lilia? Oh no,
Yes, this is Leela.
Leela.
Yeah.
So Leela, I would say that, yeah, a birthday is once a year. So it should not be once a year. It should be ongoing. And
Mm,
this is just the catalyst, right? So you can visit the stop for sure. You can visit, there's quite a few charities. You have to make contact with them, but you can visit them with children. And it forms a big memory. It forms a big memory for a kid when they visit like a shelter or, a food bank. Kids get really impacted by that.
yeah. And not even just kids as well, like adults as well. I remember like just a couple months ago, we had someone who actually hosted a fundraiser for the stop. It was peer led to lead. And she came in, she wanted to see the stop. She wanted to see what we're doing at the stop. And immediately she was in the food bank because I took her around our space. She like really just broke down there and she just got really emotional about the work that we're doing from a really joyful place. Like it's like this work is what that we're doing is amazing. And then through that experience that she had, she actually asked me, she was like, could she bring her niece over to also check out the stop and see the work that we're doing? So in that way, it kind of relates back to the last question. It's like there's a ripple effect that can start from the adults. Um, and that's the way passion flows. I find that it's the passion that starts all the great things in the world too. So yeah, just wanted to add it's parents and also children that can be inspired. Oh, we have another question I see. Does the stop have special kids or family events on Family Day? Hmm. Well, I think this would have to do more so with our Healthy Beginnings program. Um, so Healthy Beginnings is a perinatal program that we have at the stop, so for expectant parents. They usually host a lot of events for mothers and their children. So I know that they have one actually in honor of International Women's Day as well. But we could definitely share more information with you regarding these events when we have, because we often do have special events for days like this. So we'll be happy to share more information um, through an email. Do we have any other questions by any chance? Mm. Thank you. You reminded me to have gratitude in being able to have a party, hanging out with your friends, and having your favorite foods. That can be the icing on the cake. I love that. Thank you for sharing, Leela. Oh, we have a question from Shay. From what you've seen, how does the experience shape both children and their parents when it comes to understanding philanthropy and giving?
Thank you, Shay. I'd say, parents learn about what their kid is capable of, and they also learn what happens when the kid goes in the driver's seat. So we put the child in the driver's seat to pick the charity, and we put the child in the driver's seat to pick a gift they really want. Um, and the parent gets to see how the child reacts. You know, what are they going to choose? So the category, there's 10 categories, is animals and food and health and children and activism and arts and women. So which category is this child drawn to? It says a lot about the child. And then for the parent, I think the learning goes both ways. This could be like a really, really great bonding experience for the parent and the child because it creates a conversation between them about who we're going to give to and what you're going to get, what kind of gift you're going to get. Now, I've it just occurred to me, and I've heard this before, it can be overwhelming for a child to see how many people need help.
Mm.
So that's an opportunity for the parent to say, well, this year we're going to help the stop. But next year, we might want to help the animals. There's ways, or like to one of the questions, one of the great questions, it's not a one-time thing. Let's keep it going through the year. This is the
Mm.
beginning, your
Yeah.
birthday. But let's keep this going because it feels good. We didn't talk about that, Ogen, like how good it feels to give. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it does feel good. We love it. We love celebrating here at the stop too, like the impact, the small wins, the big wins, all the wins. We really do love celebrating, and I think that's why we have so many community members here too who keep coming back to the stop because there's this energy of celebration, every single day, even when I go capture some content at the food our drop-in space. It's like there's always music playing around. People
Mhm.
are happy serving. There's
Mhm.
dancing. There's lots of fun. It is a fun thing to give. Of course, the situations that we're dealing with, they're very critical and it's unfortunate, but we have to be the light and we have to show people that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. So I
Mhm.
think that's our mission is to spread the positivity and help people get to that point of gratitude, as we mentioned before. So, yeah, I love what you're doing, and it's such a great service to the world. And so, thank you so much just for being here as well and having this conversation with us, sharing some more light, some more information, and really getting us inspired. I think some of the things that you've mentioned today, like it's like one of those things I need to go reflect as well and think about. So yeah, we really do appreciate you, Debbie. And I want to thank you again for joining us today. Thank you also for everyone who did join us. I will be rounding the conversation up now. We will share the link to this recording at 6 p.m. Today, along with a few key takeaways from our discussion. So, if you are interested in hosting a birthday party for your children in support of the Stop as your chosen charity, then you can visit ECHOage's website through the link in the chat to get started on your event. And for general information about the Stop and our programs and ways to get involved, you can visit our website at thestop.org. And we also encourage you to sign up for our monthly donor circle to receive exclusive invitations, events, and also updates about the Stop. So that link will be there as well. And thank you so much, everyone. We really hope that you have a great weekend. And thank you once again, Debbie, for joining us today.
My pleasure. What a treat.
Amazing. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everyone.
All right. Have a good one.